What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back with another Tekken 8 video. Here, this is kind of like a, imagination theory type video. Because if y'all remember correctly, I had did a video a couple of weeks ago about what characters that I would put in a base roster of Tekken 8 if I was in charge of the project, and I showed my base roster. One of the things that I had put in that base roster was a new Luchadore character to rival King. Or it could be a new Luchadore character, or it could be a special guest character from another fighting game, like I have an example. The reason for it is because the thing with King, as iconic as he is, I just kind of feel like King is just one of those characters. It's just like he's just in these Tekken games because he has to be. You know, there's no way they're going to take King off the game for any type of purpose, even for DLC. That's just not going to happen. So King, just because of his iconic status, has to be in the game whether he has a story or not. But that is the thing, story wise, King ain't got shit going on. So in my Tekken 8 base roster that I did, I put in a new Luchadore character to rival that of King. And someone came into my comment section and asked this question. This person goes, "I'm confused. Isn't King a Luchadore? Wouldn't the Luchadore just be another King?" And to answer this person's question, it would be no. Because if y'all know the history when it comes to Luchadores, the mask that each and every Luchadore wears is a different meaning. So if a Luchadore wears one mask that's, like the Jaguar mask like King, and then you have a Luchadore character such as Blaze, the masks that these two characters wear have two completely different meanings. That's one of the whole things about the whole Luchadore concept. You know, the mask means something different to each and every one of these Luchadore competitors. And you're right, yeah, King is considered as a Luchadore. I don't know how many people consider him as a Luchadore. I consider him as a Luchadore, but at the same time, even though I do consider King a Luchadore, I don't consider him as a traditional user of Lucha Libre. King is more like the traditional professional wrestler. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And so I figure by adding another Luchadore character that uses a traditional style of Lucha Libre would fit right along well to rival that of King. And I know some of y'all are probably thinking Armor King could be a good potential rival, but the problem that I have with that is that King and Armor King, that's kind of like a mentorship. You feel what I'm saying? So they really can't make no type of rivalry out of that, or some type of feuded rivalry out of that, because it's some type of mentorship. Y'all feel what I'm saying? It's like a deep friendship. I mean, you could still have rivalries and have friendships, but that King and Armor King thing, it's really, just like a mentorship. So can't really make a rivalry out of that. And then on top of that, that whole situation with Marduk, man, that thing has just ran its course. They started that shit in Tekken 4, and then they really haven't revisited it ever since. So man, that whole story that King had with Marduk is just gone. I'm glad it's gone, and I hope to God that they do not put Marduk back in Tekken 8. Marduk is the one character I could speak for at least 75% of people that play Tekken. Marduk is the one character that we don't want back in Tekken 8. And Harada better not make no poll for that character either. It will get ignored. I'm telling you, nobody fucks with Marduk. So that whole thing with King versus Marduk, get that out of here. But a character such as Blaze, special guest character, DLC or whatever, man, this could be perfect for a character like King, because it can spice up his story that's pretty much non-existent. Because if y'all really think about it, when it comes to the King of Iron Fist, like, what is King doing this for? Need I remind y'all, this is not the same King from Tekken 1 and 2. It's a different King from Tekken 3 on up. And this King, other than that whole Marduk situation in Tekken 4, this King ain't got shit going on. So what is King doing when it comes to the King of Iron Fist? Like, he's just there, like I'm saying. And as a character, Bandai Namco has to put the character in, despite the fact that it's just nothing going on with him. absolutely nothing going on with King. And that's probably why, one of the reasons why Armor King is actually more popular, because Armor King has more of a story. There's more of a backstory with Armor King as well. And with the rivaling Luchadore characters such as a L-Blaze, this is what it'll do. It'll spice up King's story. It'll have King have more meaning to be in the King of Iron Fist. One of the things about wrestling characters, you know, wrestling characters have their own world of wrestling. Then they can go to a tournament like the King of Iron Fist. You know, King could be winning all the, you know, the wrestling trophies and the wrestling titles, and L-Blaze could go after him. You feel what I'm saying? And they can create the rivalry off that. Then it can go into something deeper, and then it can have more meaning when it comes to the King of Iron Fist. And I know y'all probably over there like, you know what, Demetrius, that's ridiculous. It's not going to happen. Well, let me tell y'all something. We have seen it all. We have seen everything, and we have seen it all when it comes to DLC, guest characters, and all of that shit when it comes to fighting games. We done seen characters like Negan in fighting games. We done seen characters like Spawn and all that type of shit. We done seen Tekken characters and Smash Brothers and shit. So never say never when it comes to this type of shit. DLC guest characters, we can get shocked at any moment. So this Luchadore rivalry right here between King and L-Blaze, it can definitely happen, especially when Harada has been hanging around Mr. Aoki a lot lately. So but it would definitely help King when it comes to having a new rival, because like I said, as a wrestling fan, and I know there are a lot of people out there too, man, people would have fun with this rivalry. This would be some fun shit going on, you know what I'm saying? They can have some special cutscenes with each other, show off their skills with the microphone and shit like that. And then from a gameplay standpoint, they're gonna have their own shit, you feel what I'm saying? King is gonna have his own set of throws. A character like L-Blaze would have his own set of Lucha Libre throws, acrobatic shit going on. So from a gameplay standpoint, it'll still be exciting. And on some real shit, it doesn't necessarily have to be specifically L-Blaze, you feel what I'm saying? It could be a character that's just really similar when it comes to a character like L-Blaze. But I can say this, given Bandai Namco's character development history, I would actually prefer it to be like a guest character such as L-Blaze to be King's new rival. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Just because of that history. And also too, L-Blaze is the closest character that I can think of to give people a visual of what I'm explaining when it comes to King having a new rival in Tekken 8. But at the end of the day, the possibilities is still endless. And like I said, we still don't know what Tekken 8's entire future is gonna be like. Having a new Luchadore character in Tekken 8's roster period is still a long shot because of just what I explained about the character development history that Bandai Namco has. But as I keep on saying, we should never say never when it comes to shit like this. And that is kind of the beauty of it, but at the same time, it can be a curse, you feel what I'm saying? Because sometimes some guest characters can be totally whack, you know, the whole Geese Howard and Akuma shit. So it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. But something like this, King going up against L-Blaze or some other type of Luchadore character, that'll just be some fresh shit when it comes to King in general. Because as I keep on saying, King is a dense character. Let's just keep it real. He's iconic, but he's dense as fuck. And it is kind of fucked up when your backup character is more popular than you. You feel what I'm saying? That's almost like, you know, when somebody is going out on stage, going to a concert, and you the main attraction, you know, the people that are opening up for you are more popular than you. That's a little bit of an embarrassment. And that's what's going on with Armor King. Armor King is the band that's opening up for King, and he's more popular. So that's a little bit of a shame if you ask me. So something like this would definitely spice up what King got going on. King is one of the most iconic fighting game characters in the history of fighting games, but he is still dense as fuck. Let's just keep it all the way real. And by having a character like a L-Blaze or a newly created character, which I doubt Bandai Namco will ever do, it'll just spice him up a little bit. So that is my visionary theory talk when it comes to King having a new Luchadore rival when it comes to Tekken 8. And as I said before, it does not necessarily have to be L-Blaze. L-Blaze was just a visual example, so I was able to expand y'all imaginations when it comes to King having a new rival in Tekken 8 or any other Tekken game for that matter. And also too, I hope I answered this person's question when it comes to having another Luchadore character in a fighting game. It's something that can totally happen, and it's necessary because when it comes to the mask, it means something different to a different Luchadore player or a different Luchadore character, however you want to say it. And also too, you know, Luchadore rivalries are one of the best rivalries when it comes to sports entertainment. So we got to also keep that real. So that's another reason why I would like for King to have a new Luchadore rival when it comes to Tekken 8 or any other future Tekken game. So what I need y'all to do now is to put y'all thoughts and y'all feelings in the comment section below. How do y'all feel about King having a new Luchadore rival in Tekken 8? Like I said before, it is a long shot, but we can always get surprised when it comes to guest characters and DLC. So let me know what y'all think about that. Put y'all comments in the comment section below. We can get a conversation started. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for more of this hot ass Tekken 8 and Tekken 7 shit. And as I keep on saying, ain't nobody doing it like me when it comes to this Tekken shit, and that is facts. So I will get back at you in the next video. God bless, stay safe. I am out. Peace.